Hey, it's Tricia Robinson. How are you today? So today I want to talk to you about habits, about starting good habits and getting rid of bad habits. So if you have anything out there that is just part of your life and you don't know why anymore, this might be very helpful for you. So I want you to imagine you are driving your car somewhere and you get to your destination and you basically don't recall how you got there. That happens to me frequently. If I'm going from one destination to another destination that I go to all the time, I often forget because I'm in the zone, like I'm totally zoned out and I'm on autopilot. Well, that's how habits can be, and that can be really good for you and that can be not so good for you. So I think we can all agree things like brushing your teeth, good habit, cleaning yourself, that is a good habit. But what are some other habits that are part of your life now that you just do just because you've always done them and you don't even know if you like it anymore? So I'll give you an example. Years ago, I gave up coffee. I wasn't that big of a drinker, but when I was driving long distances for work, I needed the coffee. At the time, I needed it. I didn't want to fall asleep driving to Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Anyway, so I got out of the habit of coffee because I wasn't doing the same thing in my life that I had been doing. I wasn't driving from one destination to another, stopping halfway in between and picking up coffee. And oh, by the way, yes, I'm sure a cookie or something else at Panera and the halfway point. So I want to say it must have been December timeframe when it got really, really cold and snowy. I picked up the coffee habit again. Hadn't done it for years, and I started making it with warm lactose-free milk. I put it in the microwave and heat it all up, and then I would add my Indian coffee. I literally go to the Indian store because that's what my husband likes. So we buy the Indian coffee and I add a little bit of sugar to it. And I would do this after my morning walk. So I would drink water, get the kids off to school, basically get ready so that I could go for my morning walk, come in from my morning walk, and feel like, ooh, it was cold. Let me warm myself up with a nice glass of coffee. And it's like, dude, I didn't really need to do that. Like, why am I drinking this? It's not that good for me. Now, I'm not saying coffee is bad for you, but it's not a habit you should really start if you've already kicked it, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so part of what happened is it just became part of the routine. Once I added it into the routine, it just kind of felt nice. Other habits I know a lot of people have a hard time with, and you can drop a comment if this is you below. Do you watch TV or watch something on a device and eat food at the same time? If you do, I hope you will stop, because this is mindless eating. And what you really want to do is when you are eating your food, you want to be mindful of what you're putting in your mouth. Because what happens if you're sitting and you're entertained in some other way other than the conversation that's happening around the table is you don't understand all of the food, the amount of food that you're putting in your body. So if you got like a bag of potato chips or something and you're sitting in front of the TV and you're just shoving it in your mouth, you have no idea really how much food you've eaten. So I always say definitely get in the habit of putting food on your plate, the right portion sizes on your plate, and eat and really enjoy the food because food is medicine. So that's a habit. If you're not doing right now, make sure you treat food like food is medicine and you put the right amounts on your plate and you don't watch TV while you eat. Really enjoy your food. If I'm having a dessert, I'm not wasting that dessert. I'm not shoving it in my mouth. I'm very mindful of that. So that is a habit. So a habit I got out of drinking because I started this other habit is, okay, this is like my third time. This is 32 ounces. I want to say this is my third time filling it up and it's after 1 o'clock. So it's been a week. Oh my goodness. This will be the 8th day. I started the habit of drinking substantially more water in my day. I had already started this in the fall. I did the thirst challenge. It's not a water challenge. Like you eat real food, but you don't drink anything but water. And I got in the habit of drinking water because I was listening to a conference call and the guy's like, well, you can do whatever you want, but if you want to feel better, you better stop drinking all this other crap and just drink water. So I'm on day 8. And the habit is easy for me to keep because I have this pretty cup. I have another water bottle. It's like my favorite color water bottle. So the habit is easy for me because I have that. So anyway, when you have pretty things to drink out of, so when you're when you want to create a new habit, make it as nice and fun as you possibly can so that you'll want to keep doing it. I mean, when you were teaching your kids to brush their teeth, did you sing songs? Did you make a game? Did you give them something? When you were teaching kids to go to the bathroom, you probably made it fun for them. You cheered them on. I know when I was teaching my dog to go outside, I mean, I cheered her on. I mean, I got her in the habit of going to the bathroom outside because I rewarded her. So if you're trying to create a new habit for yourself, find some sort of recognition for actually doing the habit. Part of it for me right now is just feeling better. Like, I feel better because I got out of that coffee habit that didn't really help me any at all. It was just kind of a nice to do. It's like, well, but it's not helping me get to where I want to go from feeling better. So for me, the recognition of creating the habit of the water is I have something pretty, oops, you can't really, I don't know. I put this thing in, you can't really see, but it's a pretty thing. And then the other thing, when you want to get rid of a bad habit, which for me happened hand in hand last week, is because I don't drink the coffee anymore because I'm drinking the water. But you'd have to change up your routine. So many of us are so caught, and here's what we do every single day. We wake up, we do this, you know, every single thing that you do, you're very, I don't want to say you're mindless, but because it's become a habit, because it's like routine, it's sometimes hard to get out of that routine unless you remove yourself from your situation. So if you have a habit that you don't like at all, it could be anything. There's a habit, if there's something that's part of your normal routine right now that has become a habit and that you don't like, my suggestion for you is to change up something in your day so that it kind of like creates a little wrinkle, and then you can't do that habit that you're trying to break as you would normally do because your routine somehow changed. So you don't always have to like remember, oh no, now I can't do this, drink the coffee or drink the beer or do whatever, you know, whatever, eat a pile of cookies in front of the TV. Do something else that triggers the habit that you don't want to have in your life anymore. And if that helps you, let me know, because for me, getting out of the habit of kind of like mindless drinking the coffee, it wasn't a good habit for me to get back into. And now I feel better because I'm just having my water. So hope that helps. If you've got a habit that you've figured out a way to break it, go ahead and drop it below. I'd love to hear what you are doing so you can help other people as well. And this week is week 1 for my Dr. Sears training for the health coach. I'm so excited. I had my first conference call. I'm really looking forward to all the reading. It's like 10 hours minimum worth of work every week. So totally excited about it. I started reading last night and I'm very excited about what I'm learning and looking forward to share that with you. So if you want any information on that, you can feel free to drop me a line and I will connect you further. Take care and have a great, prepare for the snowstorm. Have a great day. Bye-bye.